wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason talks like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Hello and happy Friday. Welcome to the KVJ show. I don't want to alarm anybody, but it is Friday the 13th in the year 2020.
Yeah.
You know, Panda's trip got canceled, but I had looked at that. He was supposed to be traveling today for work, and
boy.
it ended up getting canceled because New York is like going back towards a shutdown.
Yeah.
And his gig was in New York. So he would have been flying today, and he's already freaked out about flying.
How many
All
more
right.
signs did you guys need? I mean, you just rattle off
Yeah.
7 signs of why not to go to New York.
Yeah, thank goodness they shut down that shoot because he would have been a mess.
Yeah, today might actually just be a good day to call off. It's Friday 1. It's Friday the 13th, too. And it's supposed to be a beautiful sunny day.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're supposed to finally have some good weather.
I think we're finally finished with that Hurricane Eta.
Yeah.
She's finally gone.
Oh, it's been tough. I know
Lingering
that-
hooker.
Yeah.
She was a lingering
She
one.
lurked in the distance, never leaving, just constantly eyeballing us.
Throwing stuff on us.
Yeah.
Water and rain.
Took out Tom Brady's dock and his 2 jet skis.
I saw that.
I mean,
I think he'll be okay.
He'll be fine. In
Yeah.
fact, I mean, it's a national story. He loves it.
so there you go. So we got a great Friday plan for you. Thanks for being here at the KVJ show. It's going to be awesome for somebody because they're going to pick up $5,000, the 5K workday payday. You have got several more chances to qualify before we get another $5,000 winner later today. And when you do, you get $100 too. So got some good stuff planned for you today on the KVJ show. Welcome.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, coming up in just a second, if you're excited about the Friends reunion, we now have some dates for you. Finally, some specifics about when that's going to happen coming up in a second. Before we get into that, if you've always watched the show The Bachelor and thought, oh, that Bachelor Mansion is so delicious, well, you can rent the Bachelor Mansion featured on the show. It's only going to cost you $6,000 a night.
Jeez.
Better clean that thing, too.
Right.
Deep clean that thing.
Yeah, I guess they're not using it right now, even though they are filming the new thing of The Bachelor. Matt James is the new Bachelor, and they're filming his season, but they're filming it in Pennsylvania because of coronavirus.
Really?
Corona doesn't go. it doesn't-
Maybe they don't have it in Pennsylvania. No, maybe they figured out a way where they can film it more safe at a different location.
Possibly.
I think the Bachelor Mansion, people have to be all roomed up with each other and stuff, and I think that maybe that's not.
Yeah, these
Conducive.
relationship shows where they want you to hook up is not real conducive to COVID.
Yet Love Island was crushing it.
Yeah.
Everybody had to get tested, though. It's kind of like a Big Brother situation.
Well, they shut down production on one of my Real Housewives shows because one of the crew got it. So when you're talking about these shows, it's not just the cast. You got to think about the crew, the producers,
Sure.
any kind of people that are there on set working. So, yeah, I guess in Pennsylvania, they figured out how to spread everybody out better. I don't know.
Are we at a point now where most people know somebody that had corona, or no?
We've got to be, right?
I don't know. That was not politically motivated.
Yeah, the number's up. I can't remember what it was. I think I had that stat last week on where people are.
Got you.
It's over 50% now, I believe. Well over it.
Donnie Wahlberg did something cool at a place where local place where he always goes and has food. He tipped his server $2,020. So the tip read 2020. Oh.
Donnie.
Just Donnie being Donnie.
He tipped it and wrote hashtag 2020 tip challenge, encouraging other people that have a lot of extra disposable income to go and help out some people in the service industry that are really hurting right now. And so the server he frequents that restaurant a lot. He knows the same girl who's always his waitress. And she was so thankful. She gave the money to her fellow guys in the kitchen, her fellow wait staff, and actually made a charitable donation too.
Okay.
So look at that, paying it forward. And finally, if you're excited about the Friends reunion special, Matthew Perry tweeted out that they are going to be set to film coming up in March, which means the show would likely be out sometime in the spring. It'll be on HBO Max. So if you're excited about the Friends reunion, it's coming. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
You're listening to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What are you thinking about, Jay Bird?
Well, on my Twitter is at Jason Bigfoot, so I have Bigfoot in my Twitter name.
Okay.
So anytime there's Bigfoot news or someone's got Bigfoot video all over the country, I always get tagged on all these other big Bigfoot people's kind of thread because they think I'm somebody just because I've got Bigfoot in my name. And these guys sent me a video. They're like, what do you think of this video right here? Do you think it's a Bigfoot? I gotta tell you, there's a lot of Bigfoot sightings out there. I know people make fun of that, but there's more than you think.
Okay.
And they're not all drunk. Virginia, I know you want to make fun of Bigfoot.
Only half of them are drunk. The other half are just plumb crazy.
The ones that go national are the drunk ones because that's what the people want. They want the crazy, oh my gosh, he had beautiful hair.
Yeah, right.
But I thought that was kind of funny. I kind of felt like a big timer for a second there. In the Bigfoot world.
You're a big guy in the Bigfoot community.
Bigfoot world. Yeah. But I'm accidentally being tagged with these other people.
Oh, I love it.
It's great.
Yeah, Bigfoot is making news today even.
Santa Cruz County Sheriff's deputies are looking for your help to find Bigfoot. If you have any information on Bigfoot's whereabouts, you're asked to call the Santa Cruz County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah, there's a missing Bigfoot, and it's making news. See, Bigfoot is just a big story, man. This happened out in California, and apparently somebody had come and stolen a Bigfoot. They're a 4-foot-tall Bigfoot statue outside of a Bigfoot museum.
Yeah.
And the good news is they found Bigfoot.
Oh,
nice.
Thank goodness.
That thing's expensive.
A lot of them are.
A lot of them are.
Mm-hmm.
There was one I wanted to buy, and then it was like $7,000. I'm like, I'm good.
I need to get a house
Wow.
and a car.
Jeez. They know
wanted
some
to go.
people are going to pay it.
If only you could drive that Bigfoot statue to work. That would be
There's
cool.
a sweet Bigfoot mobile around South Florida. People keep sending me pictures of it.
Someone's got a better Bigfoot vehicle than you.
Oh, 100% better than mine. Yeah, I just put low-budget stickers. They were expensive to buy, but terrible in product.
The sticker value is actually more than the car. Sorry.
No, I don't give a crap. I just like hearing the silence after a fallen joke. That's what.
Ain't gonna stop her.
You think the witch can hurt this? I got walls around this heart. Walls around it. That's all I got, Kev.
What's on your mind today, Virginia?
So I need your help figuring out the math on something.
Okay.
I am tomorrow going to have a early dinner with my little sister from Big Brothers Big Sisters. So back in 1999 or 2000, do you remember when I got my little sister from Big?
I do, yeah.
Okay, so it was like 99 or 2000, and she was 11.
Okay.
And we've stayed in touch, but I don't see her as much as I wish I did. And she's older now. Look at her picture. Look how old she is now.
Wow.
Isn't she gorgeous?
Yes, she is. How about that?
Isn't that cool? So I'm going
is
to
great.
see her tomorrow, and I'm trying to figure out how old is she. If she was 11 in like 2000.
She'd be like early 30s, like 31.
Okay.
32.
Yeah, you're not giving us exact numbers. You're like, she was around.
No, she was 11 in like 2000. So if she was 11 in 2000, what is she now?
She'd be like 31.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boom. He's the mathlete on the show.
I'm terrible at math, but I just think it's so cool. Like, she's all grown up. She's got her own kid. It's just kind of weird, you know, life just goes so fast.
Oh, mama.
Yeah, boy, Virginia.
It just keeps on going and
boy.
going.
Yeah.
It's quick.
And considering that, I don't know if you want to hear this. They say that age 47, where you are, Virginia, is the first year you start feeling old, according to a new survey.
Damn, Kevin.
You old?
Yeah.
I've been feeling old for a couple of years, though. I think I'm ahead of the curve.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
It's all in your head. 47, still young. Tell her she's hot. Tell her she's beautiful.
Tell her she's hot. Lie to her real quick.
There are some positives, though. I mean, okay, at 47, they say that that's the average age where a person starts feeling old, but there's a lot of optimism that is tagged in with this. They say that a lot of people at this age, they actually get excited about what is coming next, kind of like their second act. And okay, I've got a lot ahead of me. I've done what I've had to do. Maybe I've raised my kids. I started a career, and I've got a lot more, including all this wisdom I've accumulated now, and I'm going to unleash it on the world in a productive way.
You've been to the puppet show, you've seen the strings, you got some knowledge now, and you're like, all right, let's just relax and do this
Almost
thing.
like it took you to this point to figure life out, and now you're like, you know what, I think I'm starting to get this a little bit. I got a good perspective on life, and I got some knowledge, and I still got enough left in the tank, and the body moves well enough, I can still do some things.
Just don't get too cocky. Life does not like that.
They say some of the things that people this age look forward to: relaxing and spending more time with family, retiring and traveling more, and being more advanced in their career. So it's a good thing.
Okay.
You may feel old, but you know what? It's a good thing.
You may feel old, but guess what? There's nothing you can do to change it.
True.
You've always been a traveler, Virginia, and you travel too, Kev, but do you feel like the older you get, the more you want to go out and explore the world?
Yeah, there's more that you want to see. I think there's a different level of curiosity, because I think when you're younger, what I realized, I was just trying to figure out the world around me and my own sphere. And then I think as you get a little bit older, you've seen that and you feel like, okay, I kind of get it as much as I'm going to. And then you're like, I'd like to see what it's like somewhere else and understand that sphere a little bit.
I highly recommend traveling by yourself and just going somewhere and exploring.
I feel like it always turns spiritual when you travel by yourself.
You don't have to do it for long.
Yeah, it makes you reflect and kind of hits at least for me, it hits a reset button. It calms my mind a little bit because you're kind of stuck by yourself.
And you notice stuff and you see things around you because you're not all wrapped up in whoever you're with.
Mm-hmm.
You really do get to explore places and things and cities. I highly recommend it, even just for a weekend.
Perhaps the greatest place you explore is your mind.
Yeah, you're right. Very interesting advice. So yeah, that's kind of where it is. So if you're around that age, there's good and I guess a little bit of bad. Coming up here in just a couple of minutes on the show, got the same name celebrity worth game. These are two celebrities with the same first name, and you guess who actually is worth more money. Like if I threw out Tom Cruise or Tom Hanks,
Ooh, that's a tough
Oh,
one.
that is a tough one.
who got more cash
Is
in
it
the bank?
Gump or Maverick?
What do you think?
It's got to be Tom Hanks, right?
Whatever you say, I'm going to say the other one.
Well, keep in mind, Tom Cruise has got a few franchises under his belt, too.
Will you make up our mind?
Hanks.
Okay, I'm going Cruise.
Okay. All right. Well, one of you amazingly is right. I'll let you know which one next. Okay, it's the same name celebrity worth game here where the first names match up, but their bank accounts do not. Who's got more in it, Tom Cruise or Tom Hanks?
How much separates the two Toms?
I don't know if that's a fair question.
I think it's fair.
It is. So what, you want me to do spontaneous math?
Oh, maybe not. I forgot our limitations.
Yeah, I mean,
I
already
think you're the best mathlete we've got, but you're not even that good.
that was quick to derail your bid. That was under a minute.
That was pretty good. Yeah, throw the high-hanging curveball you weren't expecking.
Hey, bit killing is my
Yeah.
act. What are you doing, bit
Oh,
killer?
sorry. I demand more.
Yeah, you're the bit killer.
Screwing up the show. Killer. Take it. Messing up the flow. Killer. The show is down ruined. Killer. What the hell are you doing?
Okay, who's got more? Cruz or Hanks?
Keep that song handy, by the way.
Hanks.
You're going to go Hanks. He's got more. Virginia, you disagree?
I'd love to disagree with him. I'm going Cruz.
Okay, well, you'd be right.
Oh, it's so annoying. She doesn't even know.
Yeah, no clue.
She always wins.
Just remember that. Evil wins.
The witch just wins. That's all she does is win.
You have got $355 million for Tom Hanks.
Okay.
And you have got, for Tom Cruise, you have got $570 million.
Wow.
I mean, you could fly to Italy right now and get pizza. Mm-hmm. If what time is it there? Oh, never mind. Let's not do math.
That's his pie in the sky.
Yeah. Oh.
By the way, Virginia, since you want to know, that's $215 million difference.
Thank you, Kevin.
You're welcome.
I would have never been able to do that math.
Wow, he kind of dogs him a bit. That's
He
a
does
lot.
dog him a
That's
bit.
a lot. 250.
Do you think Scientology is what helped him? Because he would say it is.
I think it's franchise. I think the one that you don't think much about that probably has been more lucrative if we looked under the hood of it is the Mission Impossible franchise that Tom Cruise has had. It's big box office blockbusters. It's consistent. You keep cranking them out. In fact, I know he's right now. He's filming a bunch of them back to back to back. I think he's doing like 2 or 3. And the plan is that these movies will come out. Like, I think he's going to be 70, like when the last one drops. And so you're going to be like, wow, he looks great. But it's going to be something that he filmed 10 years previously.
That's cool.
smart.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. And it just makes him richer and richer and richer.
Yeah.
And he's been in a ton of movies, and most of them have done well.
Yeah, absolutely. And Tom Hanks, he's done really great stuff. I would say when you're talking about the acting chops, 1 versus 1.
Oh, Hanks, definitely.
But he's probably taken those kind of projects that maybe don't earn as much at the box office.
Could you see Hanks in Mission Impossible? No.
I can't.
Yeah.
He couldn't cut it.
But I could see Hanks as Jerry Maguire.
Okay.
Is this thing on?
Well, Tom Hanks' latest movie, and I'm wondering how much he made off of this, was Greyhound that he did for Apple TV. And I wonder how that compares to doing a regular blockbuster movie that would actually show in theaters.
Did you see it?
I haven't yet. And you know what? Here's the only reason. It's not that I'm bored by the concept. It's kind of an out of sight, out of mind thing. I do have I'm not even sure. I think I have Apple TV. I know I have the little box. I don't
You
know.
used to have it.
I don't know but I think it's separate to have the box and to have a subscription to the network. You see what I'm saying?
I do.
One is a
Are
utility.
you paying for it, or is it just hardware in your house?
It's what I don't know the answer to. I'm going to go try to look at maybe even this weekend. It's just I've got football that's kind of occupied my weekend.
Yeah,
so
football is way more important than Greyhound.
Yeah, so I've got a growing list of great stuff I'm looking forward to watching in like January, but yeah, I'm kind of preoccupied right now.
Let me know when you delve into that. Maybe we'll do a little movie club together. You watch it.
Yeah.
I'll watch it at the same time.
Well, somebody had mentioned, because we were talking for Veterans Day on Wednesday, some great war movies, and that's where it came up. Somebody said, oh, you got to watch Greyhound. It's about World War II. It's Tom Hanks. 1917, I know, is a movie I still have not yet seen about World War I that I would like to see.
Yeah, I think the Greyhound one sounds good.
Yeah.
I know me and you like the World War II stuff.
It's Tom Hanks in World War II. I'm going to like it. I mean, I can't even imagine what he would have to do to have me walk away saying, it wasn't very good. Okay, we've got another one here for you in the same name celebrity worth game. How about Jennifer's? We'll do Aniston and Lopez.
Oh,
Who is worth more of the Jennifers?
that's a good one.
Aniston or Lopez?
It's got to be Aniston, right? Because of the Friends deal, or That's so much money, right?
Pick yours, and I'm going opposite.
Okay. I'm going Lopez.
Any day now. The show's over at 10.
I wanted to mind trick you.
Hold on.
You can't mind trick me.
It's a 50-50 here.
We're tied for fit killing.
I told you were going to need that song more.
Wow.
It's not over. You better keep your finger by that button.
Pretty simple. It's Anderson to Lopez. We can't even get to
We're
it.
going Lopez.
You're going Lopez.
I'm going Aniston.
Okay. Amazingly, Jennifer Lopez is worth $100 million more. She's at 400. Jennifer Aniston's at 300.
Okay, you won one.
Wow.
Yeah. Congratulations, there, Bird.
Nice. Wow, I can't believe J-Lo's worth that much.
The only thing I think is she just is doing more. I think she's doing smaller projects. I think Anderson, for the most part, I don't see her in a lot of
All
new
I
stuff.
see her in is Aveeno commercials for that lotion.
She had,
She does a lot of oatmeal lotion commercials.
What was that show? Maybe it's an Apple TV show again that is off my radar. Was it the morning show or something like that?
Yes, she is in that with somebody.
Lopez is out there grinding, literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
You don't see Aniston grinding.
It's just more, I guess, the presence, and I don't know how big that the morning show is. Was that Reese Witherspoon and Steve Carell?
I think it
I think
does.
it's got a pretty big cast. I don't know. Is it not good? Because I haven't heard a lot about it.
I've heard it was good.
Okay.
So, but who did I hear that from? And are they a liar? You know what I mean?
There's so many shows out there, and it's getting too confusing with which platform it is because they only tell me the show. And like I had somebody throw, is it the Queen's Gambit at me?
Yeah, somebody threw that at me too. And I
Everybody's
was
talking
like,
about
wait,
that right
what?
now.
Can I throw it back?
And they say it's amazing. And
Is it British? Is it like from old British
About
times?
chess. Yeah, I think so.
British and chess? Is that what you
I
said?
think so.
Oh, Bird, I'm out.
Yeah.
He's a man of checkers.
I'm a checker. I am a checkers man.
Is that so? I'm like, is that Netflix or where is that? I don't even know.
I don't know either.
All these platforms and
It's
shows
a
are
lot.
confusing me.
If you can keep up with it, you're a better man than me.
Right. It's a full-time job.
It's too much out there. There's a lot out there, man.
There is. There is. Okay. Same name celebrity worth game. We'll go Chris's on this one. Pratt versus Hemsworth. Who's worth more? Pratt or Hemsworth? What do you think, Virginia?
I'm going Pratt.
Okay.
I'm a person that likes unity. I'm going Pratt as well.
Okay. Well, then you're both wrong.
Why did you mess up our flow?
I don't know.
At least one of us would have got a point if you would have stayed consistent.
Oh, my bad. I'm trying to build team building over here. Oh, my bad.
And by a good bit. I guess it's all the superhero movies and they pay. I know Chris Pratt, I guess, has got his own franchise, but he's at $60 million, Hemsworth at $130.
Dang, Hemsworth. Is that Miley's old guy, or does she have his brother?
Then she had the brother.
Liam.
Yeah.
Liam.
Liam.
Yeah.
Oh, Bird.
Yeah.
You're just nailing it.
A whole lot of wrong is going on here.
Riddled with wrong.
Wow, just about every statement, actually.
Have we been right?
Yeah, can someone fact check me in the last 7 minutes? How much wrong has come out of my
I don't think
mouth?
you said anything true.
It's on brand, though. I mean,
Same name celebrity worth game. We'll go Roberts on this one. De Niro versus Downey. Who is worth more?
all right, Bird, pick one, and I'm going the opposite.
It's got to be Downey.
Got to be Downey.
He's worth the most. Come on.
because he's got the Iron Man franchise.
Iron Man, Sherlock Holmes franchise, Ally
Virginia?
McBeal.
I'm going De Niro.
You're going De Niro. You would be correct. $500 million for De Niro, $300 for Downey.
Wow, 500.
$200 million difference. I know you care about that, Virginia.
Dang, I do.
Wow. All right.
Battle of Michaels. Douglas versus Keaton. Who's worth more?
Oh,
It's definitely got to be Keaton.
I was thinking Douglas.
Well, then, it's perfect for you. You love when we go opposite. I'm doubling down on Keaton. That's how confident I am.
And you know what? I think it's awesome because you're very consistently wrong. In fact, it's not even close. Michael Douglas at $350 million. Michael Keaton at $40 million.
Oh, damn, Bird.
That's
You're so wrong.
massive difference.
I mean, can we stop the bleeding
Are
here?
you getting wronger as you go?
Let's see just how wrong is there any way I can get a right answer here?
I don't believe it's possible.
I'll give you one more shot here. Same name celebrity worth game. We'll do Jason's, your namesake Bird.
I'll
Okay.
watch him blow
Can't blow this one. We'll go Momoa versus Derulo. Who's worth more?
Oh, that's
Momoa
a good
versus
battle.
Derulo. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's got to be Momoa. He's the Aquaman,
Yeah.
Game of Thrones,
Yep.
some other stuff I've never heard of. Doubling down on Momo.
Okay.
Not saying his name right, but doubling down.
Virginia, do you agree?
I disagree. I'm going Derulo because I like to fight.
Okay. Well, amazingly, you're correct again.
Wait, who? Oh, Virginia. Dang it.
You haven't been correct once, so you can't be correct again.
I think I got one right. I thought I
did.
got. Did
Are
I?
you talking this segment?
Did I get one right?
I don't know. There's a recount.
Yeah. No, Jason Derulo with TikTok. He's cranking out new music. He's at $16 million.
Wow.
Good for him.
Good for him.
That's why he's not living in Miramar anymore.
And he's putting out very entertaining content.
Yeah, he is.
I give it to a guy who's consistently creating on a daily basis like that, and it's good.
And I'm not sure if he's as good shirtless as Momoa, but they're close.
He's
Derulo, I saw a photo of him yesterday. I don't know. Derulo's got the bod.
Oh, Momoa is
I know.
delicious.
Momoa is not even human.
Momoa is
Yeah.
not human. He's
Well,
like
not as
a
Aquaman.
magical alien of sexy.
So Momoa's at $14 million, Derulo at 16. $2 million difference there.
That's
Okay.
close.
Very close.
Yeah. All right.
Make yourself
Interesting.
feel better, wrong.
Yes. Let me see a couple of comments in here. Somebody said, yes, the Queen's Gambit is about an American young, beautiful female chess player in the 60s on Netflix, and it is very good.
Okay. 60s, I'm in.
Oh, you like the 60s?
I do.
Okay.
I would watch that.
Okay. And a side note, Robert Downey Jr. actually has a farm on his property where he lives with llamas.
Oh, that's just awesome.
Okay. Well, there you go. Thank you for that sidebar note there.
You love llamas.
I do. I love them.
Well, it's kind of a crazy story, and one of the things that is, I guess, so interesting about the coronavirus is people who are now having lingering symptoms. And I told you about this. Like, I know somebody, it's been months, and they still don't have their sense of smell back.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, like how some people got it so different than other people. And you wonder, like with that lingering stuff, if you got it worse, do you linger worse? Or are the side effects 6 months, a year down the line, are those worse too? And if you got Corona Light, like we kind of did,
Yeah.
like, are you going to have less? Because I hope that's the way it goes.
I don't think I have anything lingering. I didn't have much when I had it. And yeah, it does make you wonder because you are hearing that. There was some celebrities, the dude from Sons of Anarchy that was on that. I can't think of his name right
the
now.
blonde dude?
Charlie
Yeah.
Hunnam, is that it?
Yes.
He was talking about, I think he said it twice. And he had said, yeah, the second time was much different than the first. I think it was worse. I can't remember. One was worse than the other.
That's horrifying.
Yeah,
he had
and
it
so-
twice.
Right, yeah. So
Okay, that's not fair.
yeah, so you're kind of hearing that. There's just all those variables, and that's what is still mysterious and odd about this thing. And they say that Florida is now entering into our third wave of coronavirus as cases continue to go up and hospitalizations a bit and the such. They say that right now about 10% of coronavirus patients still have symptoms long after the virus left their bodies, and they say as many as 20%. So 10 to 20% will have lingering symptoms, and it could be since the beginning of the pandemic. They had some people in the article I was reading that got it in March, and they're still like, have either headaches, chronic fatigue, loss of smell, shortness of breath, neurological issues, just like it feels like your brain's misfiring a little bit.
Damn.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy.
It is very crazy because there are different coronas and it's weird and we don't understand it. But I know people that barely had it. Like us and like even my neighbor, they had no idea they had it. They only knew it because they got tested. And then I know other people that were living in their basement for a month and thought they were dying.
Yeah.
Boy, after a story like that, we need some positive K up in here. Positive K.
Yeah. Well, that's why,
He's left the building.
Yes.
Well, it's just why you want to stay away from interactions that might get you there. And I think what is going to be interesting to address, and we will later on in the show, is Thanksgiving and the holidays coming up. What a terrible time for there to be kind of a wave that is hitting America and even the state of Florida when you're making your travel plans. And what I thought was kind of interesting is I think a lot of people are just, as I go and talk to people, because I am going out, I got antibodies. It doesn't seem like a lot of people are down with any kind of lockdown. Like, it seems like that has really passed. In fact, they say that less than half of Americans now said they would even comply with another lockdown.
I think that's what you would see. I think especially people that have been rocked financially since March.
Yeah.
Those people that are just getting money back and recovering from what they either depleted from their savings or pulled out from their 401k or just had to eat beans and rice for 4 months. Like, those people are like, screw you, we're not going back.
Yeah. Yeah, they say in the spring when we had, I guess, I don't know, was it first or second wave, but I've lost count, 67% were cool with the lockdown. Now it's at 49%. And that's people that would comply. So more than half of the population be like, I'm not staying home, forget it.
You speak of beans and rice every day. I kind of like that. I love beans and rice. I'd be pumped to eat
Every day, though?
I could eat beans and rice every day.
Day 5, beans and rice. First of all, the unmanageable fart situation would be a lot to handle.
Do not make me gassy, but I could eat beans and rice are in my top 5. I could eat them every day.
You don't fart if you eat 5 days of beans and rice?
It doesn't make me gassy. I don't know what to tell you.
You got some kind of magical butt. Because if I have beans and rice for 5 days, you better look out.
It's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Magical butt. All right. Anybody experiencing the same? Did you have the COVID and you held on to at least one symptom from it? When did you have it? And what do you have going on? Just kind of curious that almost 20% of people are reporting that. 877-979-WRMF. You can call or text and hit us up here at the KVJ Show. Talking about lingering symptoms with the COVID, they say that up to 20% of people that get it will have symptoms months after the virus is gone, and got confirmation from some KVJ Nationers that have texted in. Laura said, 4 months later, I still got breathing problems. Somebody else had the COVID in July, and it wasn't really that bad, but they say they get easily dehydrated now, and they're very active in sports, and they've nearly passed out several times from dehydration.
Huh.
It's an odd thing. I sweat a lot more. My breathing is heavier and labored. Lisa in the chat room said my sister got COVID about 2 months ago and still has no smell or taste.
Ooh.
That's kind of similar to the person I know that's gone at least 2 months. Still
no smell and taste. Wow.
I think taste might be there. I'm not sure, but it doesn't sound like the smell is. And then in mid-July, still no taste, somebody said. I had smell back, and now everything smells like something bitter. That's Leanna. And I had heard that's part of it is it's not necessarily just simply a loss of sense of smell or taste. It may be warped. In fact, some COVID patients are smelling or tasting gasoline and rot. It says gasoline and rot. What is just rot? That's just something rotten.
Rotten meat. Give me gasoline all day.
Wow. That's 2 of the side symptoms for it. It's like, whoa, it's crazy. So if you are a person that has had it, now I think we're getting to the point where a lot of people do at least know somebody that has, and you're like going, oh my gosh, you still have it. I think I think it was with the SARS of 2002 that was something that they reported then as well with that. So it might just be these kind of like coronaviruses that people are seeing that happening. So Jimmy Kimmel's turning 53 years old today, and Whoopi Goldberg is 65. Also got a birthday shout out to Anthony, turning 34 from his mom and Matthew. Also a birthday shout out for Braylon K, who's turning 11. That's from Mama and Daddy. And we also got a nice little shout out here from Katie. She is turning 40. My birthday wish is to have y'all, Kevin, Virginia, and Jaybird, sing me happy birthday.
Aww.
You want me to drop that beat and you sing it?
Do it.
Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday,
dear Katie.
Happy birthday
When's rehearsal, guys? Let's get this
All
band
right.
started.
That's it. Mic drop. I'm out.
Bonus. All right. Mail at kvjshow.com if you got a birthday wish. We deliver here on the KVJ Show. All right, time once again for the No Name Movie Game. Virginia's our champ for the year 2020. Pretty much wins week in and week out. It's just a contest to see can she be dethroned.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what.
You're becoming Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I know how to tie up my jet ski.
She is the person on the show that watches by far the fewest movies.
Yeah,
Easily,
man.
yeah.
You don't know movies.
I don't.
And she is the best that we've got. Okay, we're going to start you off with our champ, Virginia, in the No Name Movie Game, and her partner is Josh from lovely Cutler Bay. Hello, Josh.
Good morning, KVJ.
Here. Good morning.
Hey, Josh.
Hey, Virginia.
This turned creepy.
What are you wearing?
Man, you know people are listening, right?
I'm trying to connect with my partner.
All right,
No, I appreciate it.
Josh, Virginia's going to give you clues here to movies. She cannot use any of the characters' names, any of the actors' names, or any of the words from the title of the movie. All right, 60 seconds is on the clock, and your time begins now.
These and tigers and bears. These and tigers and bears.
Lions.
Yes.
Lions.
If it's a boat, but it's got just boo. It's got like boo.
Oh, shit.
Yes. Pass on that one. I don't want the music to go down. I want you to. What you would the
Say it
opposite
again,
of
Virginia, sorry.
pass. Disney animated. One of them's an alien. Pass.
Your voice is cutting off. Sorry.
Pass on that one. Pass on that one. He's a little white dog, and it's an animated Disney movie. It's a lightning. Yes. If I'm an espionage person, I am into this. I am a secret blank. I am looking at other stuff from other countries, and I'm not supposed to.
Dang.
Spy.
Spy.
Oh, that was such a bad connection. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, that's too bad. It's a phone issue.
You guys
there.
started off so hot and heavy.
I know.
Friday the 13th. I don't know, man.
Yeah, right.
2020.
Yeah.
I don't
So
know.
it would just be happy to.
2020. Corona, bro.
Yeah. Right.
Pick one.
Yeah.
Recount.
Okay, well, you never know with this crew. Josh, a 3 spot, which is what you got, may hold on for the win. So,
That's a hearty score.
yeah,
That is.
that may actually play out well. We'll see how Denny's and his partner Claire from Coral Springs does. Hello, Claire.
Hey guys.
Okay.
Morning.
Good
Morning.
Are you ready for this, Claire?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Oh, it's my daughter's 14th birthday.
Aw,
Hey,
happy
what's her,
birthday.
What's her name?
It's Lexi.
Lexi.
Oh, Denny's, you got to win this for Lexi.
Oh, geez.
If
No
you don't,
pressure.
you let her down.
I mean,
14,
she's
dude.
going to cry if you don't
On her
win.
cake day, I have to do it.
Yeah, you got to win it for Lexi.
Push yourself, Denny's.
I will.
Come on, Denny's.
All right, Claire, I got this.
Boy, people are just bullying Denny.
Get it together, hippie.
Jeez. All right, 60 seconds on the clock here in the No Name Movie Game. Your time begins now.
This is what you have to be to get alcohol. It's a phrase, a number, and a word.
21. 21.
Pass
21
them.
Jump Street.
They are designed to be terrifying. When you watch them at the theater, what are those called? What would that genre be?
Horror movies, monsters.
Pass that one. This is if you're trying to eliminate a lot of stuff in your life. What would you call that? It's also a term companies use when they eliminate employees.
Terminate. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Pass that one. It's a cop duo from the 70s. One had kind of afro-y hair. One had luscious blonde hair.
my God.
They were famous for their car. Here, this is an elephant. Geez, never mind. This is a noise you make when somebody scares you.
Oh, goose
God,
egg.
I got 0.
I told Josh that a 3 could
is.
very well hold up today. So
When I go low, you
Yeah.
go lower.
That is what we do.
Yes.
there's a very good chance of that. All right, that's a 0.
How is that possible?
Come on, bud.
You got
Please.
this.
Let's do
Sorry,
it.
Lexi.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Lexi.
Hopefully you enjoy it. Your birthday.
It wasn't
still.
your fault, Lexi.
Poor kid's crying.
Oh, my gosh. She can't go to school today.
Oh, man.
Thank you, Claire. All right, we got Samantha on here from Port St. Lucie. Hello, Samantha.
Hola.
Samantha, the Pizzle are my people. I love Port St. Lucie. Can we please beat the witch?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Oh, she sounds focused.
Yeah.
She does sound
I
focused.
like it.
I like it too. She's not lecturing me how to play. She's just gonna do it. I love it.
Okay, you got 60 seconds on the clock, and all you have to do is beat 3, and you win.
Oh, it's so doable.
There was a tone there.
I heard
A
it.
tone, a smuggy tone from Kevin.
All right, here you go. Your time begins now.
If Fiona Apple sang this song, it was her biggest hit. What I need, I pass. Oh yes, my dear blank. I am 2 detectives. Yes, I pass. I just struck you, and then I took off, and now the law's after me. What is that called? I struck you with a car. I pass. What's the opposite of an Italian prankster? I can't say that. Leatherface. No, hold on. You make this out of cloth, and women wear them, but you are the person that provides the clothing for the women. Oh my God! Oh man! Blank State Building. Blank State. What?
Taylor?
Blank State. The blank. Oh my God! I passed it. I hang out in a cornfield.
We got 2 back-to-back goose eggs.
What happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh, man.
Wow. Terrible round. Criminal was 1.
Scarecrow is the end.
Scarecrow.
Empire.
Oh, my gosh.
Dressmaker.
Italian prankster.
American Gangster.
American Gangster was Italian
Hit and
prankster.
Run.
Hit and run.
Yeah. Holmes and Watson. Okay. All right.
I'm so sorry.
Wow.
You should be.
That was.
Is she still there?
Unfortunately.
I am.
I'm so sorry.
Unfortunately, I am.
The bask in it.
Sorry,
We all
Samantha.
love you, David. It's okay.
Aw.
Whoa. Well,
sweetheart.
how about that, Josh? You had a pretty bad round, but you won. With 3. You couldn't even hear your clues, and you won.
You know what? I'll take the win, but it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right.
I think
I'll take it, though.
we should definitely start drinking.
Okay.
We have beer.
Oh, poor Kevin.
Can't get
Well, I'm
worse,
driving,
right?
So I can.
Okay. All right. Well, take that win into the weekend with you, Josh. Thanks, and good luck. Okay, bud?
Thank you, guys.
All right. There you go. How about that? Wow. Oof.
Wow.
Yeah. Oof.
There are days, and then there are days.
Yeah.
I've lost. I mean, I lose a lot on this show, but today is a different, a large number of losing from 6A to now.
The only good news, you're not the only loser here. Denny's lost pretty hard, too.
You did.
Yeah. You both suck.
Brethren.
That was a tandem.
It was.
That was. You both worked hard at that. What is the most iconic movie prop of all time? You had to say, what is number 1? You got Jason Voorhees in his hockey mask. Saw a lot of that. It is Friday the 13th today.
Anytime I see someone wearing kind of like one of those vests from Back to the Future, it always reminds me of Marty McFly. That kind of like...
That movie had a few. You've got that little puffy life preserver type looking vest they wore then, but also the DeLorean car.
For sure.
The
time
hoverboard.
machine.
But anytime you see that car that looks like or if you see a DeLorean, you're like, oh, Marty McFly.
Yeah.
Virginia mentioned the lightsaber from Star Wars. Very unique. You definitely, even the sound You definitely, when you hear it, you're like, okay. Yep.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, look out. Look out. Look out. Look out. Look out.
No!
Yeah.
My hand!
Wilson the volleyball.
That is a big one, absolutely, from the movie Castaway with Tom Hanks.
Indiana Jones and his hat.
His hat and his whip.
Yeah, and his whip, yeah.
He had a couple.
You would like the whip.
If you wear that hat, because I have a hat like that, every time I wear it out, I always get Indiana Jones comments. That kind of
Still,
hat,
huh?
just, yeah, oh yeah.
It's still iconic. Yeah, we were reading the movies that people have rewatched. Indiana Jones was number 2 on that list during the pandemic, so people are still watching it. The leg lamp from Christmas Story.
Yes.
Tracy St. George, that we work with, she has that lamp in her studio here at work. It's so awesome to look at.
The original?
It's not the original. It's a little smaller, I think.
Because I'm going to go down the studio real quick. That thing would be worth a lot of money.
Yeah, let's sell it on eBay.
I'm sure they probably had hundreds of them, though. They probably kept swapping in.
I think they made a bunch of little remakes.
They did.
Yeah, it's not the OG.
Reese's Pieces, E.T.
Yeah, I guess that was such a big move. Wasn't it something they reused M&Ms or something like that? And they said no. I thought there was like Reese's Pieces was the second choice, and it wound up being a big deal.
I don't know, but
I think there's a story behind that I don't remember.
Yeah, you're right. That was a big part. That was a big part of that movie.
Mm-hmm. Ruby Red Slippers from Wizard of Oz.
Yes.
What does she say when she clicks in Virginia?
There's no place like home.
Mm-hmm. You've also got the red balloon from It. Iconic movie prop.
If you see a single red balloon outside, yes, you feel like there's a clown about to kill you.
Mm-hmm. Sherlock Holmes had his deerstalker cap and pipe. That when you see those two things together, you'd be like, oh, that's Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
Everybody needs kind of a trademark.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Even the glasses from Harry Potter. You see those glasses, you're like, okay, those are Potter glasses.
The circle kind. You're right.
Mm-hmm. Rachel Lee in the chat room said the Scream face mask. Yeah, that's as iconic anymore as the hockey master Jason Voorhees.
True.
Mm-hmm. So there you go. That's some good suggestions. I don't know what would be number 1. And it probably changes from era to era, depending upon what movie was hot for you.
Pee Wee Herman's bicycle. Oh,
Okay.
I love that bicycle.
Yeah, absolutely. Big stuff. All right, anything else you want to throw at us? You can. 877-979-WRMF. You can hit us up here at the KVJ Show.
Check out KVJ TV on YouTube or just log on to kvjshow.com to watch the show now. Powered by Cleveland Clinic, where every life deserves world-class care. Now, back to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
You probably ask, how could you get yourself into such a terrible situation? I guess sometimes life just happens. I don't even know how to explain this. Got this email that says, my mom married this guy 5 years ago. Now, it was a bad idea, and the marriage ended in just a year, and I was away at college in those years when it happened, so I never really knew this guy very well.
Okay.
Then, as things started opening back up a few months ago, I go out and run into my mom's ex-husband in a bar. We have a great night of conversation, and then we meet up for lunch the following week to continue talking. Well, I never told my mom about it because I didn't want her to get upset about it, and it was innocent anyway. Well, things, I guess, have progressed a little bit, and last night we were at my place drinking, and we wound up kissing, and then one thing led to another, and...
Oh, my gosh. Does she say what the age gap is here?
She gets to that, yeah. And it's, I don't know. She's 25, he's 47.
It's pretty significant.
Okay. She says, now, here I am realizing that I have developed feelings for my mom's ex-husband. He's asked me to not tell my mom about us. I know this is all wrong, but I can't sort it out. I don't want to stop seeing him because I am more than sure my mom has no feelings for him. And then, of course, there's that age issue. My next step should be ...
I mean, this is a mess.
Yeah, it is.
I wonder if she's just enamored with him, looking for a father figure, saw the same things her mom saw.
I don't know. This
It's
is
different. They didn't really know each other. It's not like they knew each other that well. By the way, they're both wrong. The daughter is wrong, and so is I would, and I know some people are going to disagree with me, like, oh, everyone's adults here. I don't think you do that to your mom.
To your mom.
You just don't.
Even though you said mom doesn't have feelings for him anymore, your mom is going to be upset by this. And I mean, there's enough guys out there that you don't need to date your mom's ex.
I 110% agree with that. It's going to just throw a big old...
It's going to blow up in your face.
It's not a smart move.
It's not a smart move. And you don't know what his motives are, too. I mean, he could eventually accidentally let this come out to your mom to hurt her because they ended on a bad note. Like,
Yeah, that
this
might have
guy's
been.
47. You don't know what manipulation move he's playing on you. And you're 25. You're
still
coming into...
You're an adult. You're
I
both
know,
adults.
But you haven't seen as much of the world as this guy is. I would be very suspicious about his motives. Did he really accidentally run into you, or is this all part of his plan?
Either way, it doesn't. They're both adults. She's 25. She's an adult. Look, you can run a car. She knows better not to play around with mom's ex.
Well, maybe a lot of this is kind of built on the twisted fascination, at least on his part. Mother-daughter kind of thing.
Yeah.
And how long is that going to last for a sustainable relationship? So, you're putting yourself into a bad spot for something that likely is not going to pan out anyway. And so if you're saying my next step should be ... to me, step one would be break it off with this dude, lose the number, don't meet up with him again. Can we agree that should be step one?
Yes.
Do not meet up with him anymore.
You got to stop. I know for whatever reason, it's got some twisted excitement to it for you, and we all need a little excitement in our love lives, but this is not the way to get it.
Not if you love and respect your mom. Let's the brakes on this.
Yeah, I don't like it, and I don't trust this guy.
No, he's a pig too.
He is scary to me, actually.
Now, should there be a step two where she tells her mom?
No.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't like secrets in families, man. Not major players. You're talking to your mom. I say you are honest with your family.
Okay.
No, I don't think you should say anything about this. This is a mistake, and you're fixing it before it gets into anything horrible. Don't bring it up because you're only going to hurt her.
Well, the dad or the ex might tell the mom, and then
That's true.
If that happens,
That
you deal
could
with
be.
it then, and then you know what he's about.
But then your mom is like, why wouldn't you tell me that?
yeah, I would say honesty.
At this point, nothing has really happened, right? Or have they done the deed?
It sounds like there was something going on there.
Yeah.
More than kissing.
It did. She hooked up with him.
She did the
Tell by
deed.
the tone.
It's the deed.
I would not tell my mom.
Before he jumped anything, it wasn't like he was around when she was younger. She was off at college and didn't really know the guy too well, and it doesn't sound like it was a very good marriage. It lasted just about a year, and apparently mom is not very fond of the ex-husband, but still, it is an interesting hookup. She's 25, he's 47, and they met not with those intentions initially, but apparently they kept hanging out until it finally did happen.
I mean, what could go wrong?
Yeah, so we said step one, break it off. Step two, now that's the big debate, is do you tell mom or not? So that is what we're asking here.
I mean, everyone's going to handle it differently. If I was her, I would. I don't like secrets in the family. They always come out, man. You think you think you bury them, and find a way of sneaking out.
Can't imagine you're going to go to the grave without the ex-husband telling mom at some point.
You just never know.
Some of the comments that came in here, 877-979-WRMF. Why did he and the mom break up? If he wasn't good enough for mom, then he's not good enough for you. He's a creeper for hooking up with his ex-wife's daughter, and people can't believe that, wait, you and your mom are Eskimo sisters?
Yeah, the guy's a total creep.
That's
I agree.
gross.
This guy is probably trying to get back at your mom and using you to do it, and you're just young and dumb.
But she's also wrong, too.
She is wrong.
Yeah, and she's 25. You got to know better.
You got it. 25.
Yeah.
25. You kidding
25.
me? 25 is not that
No.
young. You kidding me?
And somebody's saying, wait, just the other day you guys were saying, aside from the whole mom thing, but 25 and 47, you're like, that's an issue. The other day you said with Leo DiCaprio it wasn't.
Virginia said it was an issue.
Leo's different. He's in a Hollywood realm. If I have to explain to you why Leo is different, you just don't get it.
Well, but it's still a hypocritical statement.
It's Virginia's hypocrisy.
It's
Don't
actually
Yeah,
not.
That's not my statement.
Leo doesn't operate in your world. He's a
Okay, so
different
there's a
entity.
special set of
So
rules
if you're a
for Leo.
celebrity, you get special treatment, I guess.
Yeah, more money, more options.
So it's not creepy because he's a celebrity and has more options.
I didn't say it wasn't creepy. I just said that Leo is going to do Leo, and he likes to do 19-year-olds.
Again, all of it's Virginia's words. Don't let me into
We'll
Virginia's
just
opinion.
direct
Yeah.
his text to Virginia.
Yes, please.
Direct him to me so I can delete him.
Okay, I'll put up a poll about, because I think that's the only guides. We all agree that end it with this dude, lose the number, no more meetups. And question 2, I'm leaning on definitely tell. I'm kind of curious what that is. I think the majority vote would go for that too.
Yeah, to me, the 25 and 47, that's not even the issue here.
No.
That's what people in the chat room
No.
are saying.
Yeah, I didn't even flinch at that. It's the relationship your mom had with this guy. It's called marriage. And then, yeah, you're right. I mean, you went to a place where your mom had already got. I mean,
That's
whoa. Dang. Wow. Okay. All right, we got Feel Good Fridays here today, too. Got any positive news that you want to share with the KVJ show? You can. You can text them into us, 877-979-WRMF. Some people get the jump, though, and they sent us an email. Arlen did. It was a Feel Good Friday, kind of more of a be cool moment. I went downstairs to try to find something in my car last night. I live in one of those buildings where you get the valet trash pickup at a certain time. And it's also a community that's populated by Navy soldiers like my boyfriend. I noticed a full trash can of my neighbors as I walked out there, and sometimes they get home really late. Sometimes they're not able to be completely on top of it all, and sometimes we're just human. So with that in mind, I tried to find the dumpster downstairs. No luck. When I wasn't able to, I grabbed their trash bag, and I brought it in our house. It'll get picked up with our own trash this afternoon. For all they know, Trash Valet came through later than expected. Trash Valet did their job. I'll get 0 credit for it. I don't want any credit. I'm far from a hero, but I did something nice for a soldier. That makes me feel good for damn sure. If I made even the smallest difference, it was worth it. Didn't cost me a thing. God bless America. God bless our veterans. Okay. Arlen, there you go.
I mean, if there was ever a time to get a USA, come on, USA. Who? USA.
Yeah.
So I didn't mean to hit the table so hard. I'm sorry.
Every time you do that, you knock my headphones out.
I apologize. I'm an animal.
Wyatt. And so my Feel Good Friday is getting married to my soon-to-be Genesis. That's kind of cool. Always love to hear that. And also wanted to give a nice shout-out to Michelle. She gave us a nice little Feel Good Friday. You're my people. And you guys get me going. So thank you very much for being there for us. We do appreciate that. So anything else that you would like to share Feel Good Friday-wise? We'll get a little pump going on because this weekend looks like it's going to be great. If you're tired of the rain, like I am tired of the rain. I mean, come on. Hello. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
That's right. Had enough of that. So we're going to get some sunshine, some beautiful weather coming up this weekend. That's a nice little Feel Good Friday. So we can jump into that, 877-979-WRMF. Got somebody who just got their income taxes after 9 months.
Oh my gosh, why so long?
Corona, bro.
It is amazing that they can take all the time in the world, but boy, you're just a day late and they want to know where that money is, right?
Oh, and they're going to tack on fees and interest for every day that you're late.
I told you the IRS doesn't even think I exist. They owe me money. They're ghosting me, and Corona's made that real easy to deal with.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Somebody else just found out that they're pregnant with their first, so they're very excited about that. That's a nice little way to start off a weekend.
Congratulations.
So you got something too, you let us know here on the KVJ show. A couple more Feel Good Fridays, a little win for the weekend. Shout out to Boca Berry. He said, I want to let you guys know that Christine and I are still going strong, and for Halloween, I was Clark Kent and her Superman at night. And by the way, we're still practicing on making some KVJ babies.
Oh, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Get it.
Nice.
That baby fever's going on. Somebody else texted and said, yeah, we're finally starting the IVF to make our first baby. So a lot of people trying to get the kids going here. A lot of family activity. Also, somebody said they're having a family party for their birthday from last Friday, and they're trying to win the $100 and hopefully the 5K today for the 5K workday payday. And in 1 hour, you can get qualified with that $100.
I love it. That's a person with a plan.
Mm-hmm.
I want the $5,000 and I want to party with it.
Yep. Also, a birthday shout out to Jamie or Mama Duck in the chat room and the Pickle Squad saying they love you and happy birthday. So that's a nice little shout out there.
So sweet.
Somebody is having their position eliminated next Friday, but they already started a new job on Monday, and they got one lined up. So I'm getting paid to work from my old job. I'm working from home and just sitting back and waiting to see if I get an email, which is pretty easy. I then just forward it to the person who's going to be doing the job that I was doing. So that's pretty much it, just sitting back waiting for mail and then forwarding it while working at my new job. Isn't that nice when you get that double paycheck?
Oh, double dipping is awesome.
Yeah. So that's some good stuff. And we got Russo on here for a quick little Feel Good Friday shout out. What up, Russo?
Hey, KVJ, what's up, guys? How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I want to give a shout out.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to my nephews, Mikey and Gio, and I want to say happy birthday to my mom. She just turned 70. Wonderful thing.
Aww.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
You're a sweetheart, Russo.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Yo.
Hey, Dave Bird, how you doing? Listen, I heard they got back together.
Who?
The cheeks of your ass.
Ah.
I love you guys, man. You guys have a great
Russo.
Friday. Let's kick it off, all right?
Yeah. Forget about it. All right. Thank you, Russo.
Love you, Russo.
Yeah.
He's great.
There you go.
I love me a Russo.
Not a great Friday without Russo. Got some misconnections here during a pandemic. It's a lot harder to hook up, so people are going online. Even more than they were before, Virginia. And some of them are a little creepy.
Some.
Yeah.
All the ones you read are just filthy.
I don't know. You might want to consider this to be actually kind of hot. This is one of the sole reasons why we even have the misconnections, where you just kind of like are out in traffic and somebody goes by and they catch your eye and you don't get that number and you're like, hey, maybe you're checking here and we can hook up.
Give it to us, big sexy.
Yeah. This one kind of feels like Russo, who we just talked to. It says, you flashed me on Congress Avenue. It says, I saw you driving north on Congress Avenue. You stopped at the red light where Congress intersects right there with Blue Heron.
Rizzo?
We were both idling next to each other at the stoplight, and bam, then it happened. You flashed me, you beautiful jugs. Then you shook them things right at me just like you was a topless dancer. It got me going, toots. So I stuck my tongue out to show off its size. It's my best feature, too.
These two are animals.
I kind of got a tongue like Gene Simmons, you know? Needless to say, this was seriously hot. You were driving a red Nissan circa early 2000s. You had a couple of kids in the car, but I didn't notice.
She's flashing her boobs with children present?
This is so disgusting.
Oh.
I also saw you didn't have any wedding ring on. So I had my eyes like a hawk fixed right on ya. I could see your car very clearly. I know you remember me. I only got half your license plate number, and if you want to flash some other parts of your body, I'm totally DTF. Ho!
I mean, you're right. That was so hot.
So hot.
Sexy.
Let's hope they can get it together, 'cause I'm sure she'd like more kids.
I would love to see them get a connection. They sound perfect for each other.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Male seeks female who hasn't had sex in 11 years.
Damn.
Okay. It says here, I haven't had sex in 11 years, and I can't take it anymore. I'm afraid to buy sex from a stranger because I always think that I'm gonna get busted by the cops. I'm just gonna put this out there. Will anybody have sex with me?
Aw. Dang.
Anybody? Yes, I may not have the best teeth, but I promise you that I've got myself a heart of gold. I've been told that I have a premium peen, so I've at least got that going for me. I like a woman who has claw-like nails. It feels good when they pierce my skin. I'm very much into some PWP, so please, please, please hurt me good.
PWP?
Pain with pleasure.
Thank you, Bird.
Thank you.
I could care less what you look like. Ugly people need other ugly people sometimes in life to help have sex and to cure your loneliness. If you would like a fling, I'm a sure thing. Okay?
Well,
Just anything they can get.
ladies, there it is.
Ugly people want to bang other ugly people. Yeah, you're right. I mean, hey, you know. And somebody who is putting out a note to somebody they ran into in the Hustler store in Hollywood.
Suits?
Okay.
We know Suits likes to go there.
We do. He's been spotted. And thank you for the people that are out there watching Suits and letting us know what that little dirty monkey's up to.
He claims it was not him. just
Whatever.
Sweet Suits, I don't know.
Always believe the emails.
Okay.
Always? Okay, I got to write Kevin some emails
Yeah.
about you then, because I got some things to say.
Some male seeking a female here. It says, we talked for several minutes in the Hollywood Hustler store. We were both looking for flogs and we hit it off completely. We were interrupted by that annoying German couple who wouldn't shut the F up. I don't know what happened to you, but before you left, I couldn't get your number. We both talked about how we love getting spanked. I personally live by the motto, if you spank me, I will thank thee. I love a good handprint on my cheeks, and it sounded like you did too. We both said that we love to be whipped. That's why we were both on a flogger hunt. I ended up getting a great flogger, and I've only used it on myself, and I already have markings on my body. I'm curious to see what kind of a flogger you got. Just writing this has me positively standing at attention. If you want me to work your buns on this hunt this weekend, you send me a message, and I'll send you something back too.
I've pulled up floggers, so if anyone...
From my camera roll.
No, it's from the internet. Get out of here.
Okay.
Just
so
in case
that leaves
any-
a little mark there. It's kind of a fanned out
It's
like strips of leather.
It's like a whip with tassels.
It is, because you can use it to tickle or you can use it to spank.
Wow.
Look at you knowing all the uses.
It's not that hard to figure out, Virginia.
They said here in the post, I want you to make your ass look like a hot dog after it gets off the hot barbecue grill.
That it would be someone who wants a little bit harder than a tickle, Virginia. Virginia's face looks horrified.
Who wants to look like a hot dog back there?
Misconnections is not for you.
It's not.
It's not.
I'm too vanilla.
You are not that kind of woman.
Okay, well, some fascinating stuff there. Thank you very much for sending in a few of those misconnections. If you ever see one that you would like to show us, you can. Send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com, mail @kvjshow.com. Sunday, if you observe, is supposed to be National Dump Day. I guess it's a day of courtesy where you get rid of somebody who you don't like well enough to take into the holidays with you. Apparently, it gives them enough time to kind of regroup and still enjoy the holidays and get over the breakup. And it gives you enough space. Like, you don't want to dump somebody on Thanksgiving Eve. They say that's cold, ruthless, not cool. So they recommend, kind of like how they tell you to send your packages off for Christmas by this date. If you want to get rid of that lump that you don't love, cut it loose by Sunday.
I'm so glad I'm not the only one that thought when you said dump day that you were talking about just number 2.
Pooping. Yeah. Of course.
That's what he thinks.
This show thinks about poop.
I was not the only one. Our chat room's just as dirty as I am.
Well, you know, I bet a lot of us will probably take a dump on Sunday. I might celebrate. Yeah, I think sometimes what happens too is people get comfortable in their relationship. And it's going to be interesting as people come out of the pandemic, because they say that this has been kind of interesting, the time during the pandemic, because you probably had more time around each other in the confines of your house. You're not going out as much. And they believe that the pandemic has enabled a majority of couples. In fact, they say 57% to kind of reach a comfort zone with their romantic partner. But here's the question coming up on this. Have you gotten too comfortable too fast?
Because it's nice to be comfortable.
It is.
Until that comfortableness gets you kind of grossed out.
Well, and this is some of the stuff that they're talking about that they say has increased because of that comfort level of being around each other so much at each other's place or your place. 37% say they're now totally cool with leaving the door open while going to the bathroom.
Oh, hell
Even if it
no.
is dump day.
Yeah, I'll never get this.
I'll never get this either. And there are some couples that just have no problem. He or she is going number 2, and the other one walks right in and starts talking to them. If Panda ever, it would be a big problem.
Yeah, I just know how I am. I would love to get comfortable with somebody, but not that comfortable. Leave me alone. I'll leave you alone. We all need a room to poop in on our own.
Why would you want somebody to see your face when you're making poo face?
Can't be good, yeah.
I mean, what if you're struggling?
What if it's the same as your O face?
They're not always smooth.
I think you might find that they intersect, Kev.
Yeah, they totally
It's going to be
intersect.
tough because anytime you're in the throes of passion, you're like,
Oh no, she's making that number 2 face again.
It's not a good look.
they say 28% of people are walking around the house naked in front of their partner. And
That's cool.
I
I
got
like
comfort
That's
on that.
fun. That's sexy.
I like that.
Yeah, if you're free.
I'm not sure I would like that if they just walked out of the bathroom, though. Walking around, like, get that thing away from me.
Yeah.
Take a shower.
Yes.
Well, what I think is interesting is they're just talking about how the pandemic has changed dating. 6 in 10 Americans, 63%, believe that dating will never, ever be the same because of this pandemic. They say it's changed and they don't think it's going to go back. And the ways that it's changed is 66% are saying that the online dating has really changed everything. And a lot of people are doing virtual dates now. 31% say virtual dates are the new norm.
They're out of their mind. That's not true.
It's going to go back.
It's not true.
All these people that are like, oh, it's never going to go back. Stop it.
I feel like anybody that takes a survey, they're the biggest panickers ever. No.
Stop panicking. It's going to go back. We're going to be fine.
I know so many people that are still going out and dating, even with the pandemic going on. And then they lie and say they're not going out. Because they don't want to be judged, but it's happening.
Some people like it because they say that the virtual dates are a lot cheaper and they're saving a ton of money.
They're annoying.
And 30% said that goodnight kisses will now have to wait until the second or third date because people are a little bit more paranoid about spreading germs.
Have you all driven by a bar recently where
Yeah.
people are drinking and hanging on each other?
Slobbering all over each other.
Go by Sunday brunch right around 3:30 and tell me if people are keeping their distance.
They're DHing on the table.
Yeah.
Dry humping?
Dry humping.
At brunch?
Exactly. It's a fun brunch.
This survey says that 44% of people predict that people will be more cautious about any kind of touching moving forward because of the pandemic.
As soon as you give them 2 cocktails, it's
Yeah.
all over,
And
baby.
once again, did you get a vote? Did you get to be in this survey?
No, because if I did get a vote, I'd have voted for DH.
Yes.
Exactly.
DH brunch. Can I get an amen?
Amen. And that's such a dramatic statement. Oh,
It's never going
it's
back.
only going to be Zoom dates for you single people. Give me a break.
It's a headline. It's clickbait.
It
and
is, it's clickbait.
We're not falling victim to it.
Yeah. Even outside of that, you talked about the people that think, oh, this is just the new norm. It's never going back.
It's going to go back, everybody.
Can the new norm be that we don't ever say the new norm ever again?
It'd be nice.
Unless we're watching Cheers. I don't want to hear about Norm.
Such an old reference. That's why I'm in stitches over
Everyone
here.
over 50 is laughing.
Papa loved it.
I loved it, Mama.
25% of people are saying they don't think that things will ever fully go back to normal.
Oh, those panicky morons.
They sound so much fun.
Yes.
Shut up and stop answering your phone when survey people call.
Exactly.
So I don't want to do that. I have to listen to your guys' conversation. I'm like, I always put my headphones in because you guys talk so loud that I get distracted, and that's why. You guys were just talking away, and I'm like, oh, the song's playing.
You were fascinated by our stuff, weren't you?
Well, it's so distracting, and it's so loud. Like it's almost like screaming, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, oh wait, the song's playing.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. No, it's just
I'll leave the room.
It's okay.
No, it just means we're captivating.
I just got to keep my headphones in during the entire show. 'Cause, like, what's going on here? All right, producer Denny's knows when you're high. We got some people here on the line. His job is to try to grill them to see if they are high or not.
Grill them, Denny's.
Oh,
Yes.
Get them, Big D.
If you are stoned right now or not, you can call us up to play 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. Starting off here with Stephanie from Port St. Lucie. Hello, Stephanie.
Hello.
Okay. How are you doing today, Stephanie?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing good. Okay, Denny's got a few questions here for you.
All right, Stephanie.
Alrighty.
First question. If you had to guess, do you think mermaids give live birth or do they lay eggs?
Oh, Lord. I would say lay eggs because I don't see how they'd be able to give a live birth. They don't have anywhere for it to come out of.
Well, if they go on land, they can let it come out that way.
Well, yeah, I guess if their flipper's not there, but there's got to be an in-between for it to come out of.
Yeah.
There will be.
Okay.
Do mermaids have orifices down there? I don't see any.
Well, think about it.
I don't know.
Think about when you get out of the water, you have legs. Now you've got your part there.
Technically, you're not a mermaid then, though.
Right.
Now you're human if you have legs.
Look through what the Little Mermaid had to go through.
But didn't she have legs on land?
Because
of a
she had to
curse.
sell her voice to the Ursula the Sea Witch.
I thought mermaids were known to have fins in the water, legs on land.
No. Only the
I think
Little
that's only
Mermaid had
Splash.
Just in
that.
the movie.
Well, when you
about
spark
that?
conversation,
Yeah.
Let's see. Second question for Stephanie.
He's very involved in that.
Stephanie, how many skeletons would you have to see in 1 week to freak you out?
Oh, probably one, knowing me.
Okay.
I'd say 5 for me until I get freaked
Probably
out.
just one. I get freaked out over frogs. Never mind skeletons.
Final question for you. If you had to, which Muppet would you eat?
oh, Denny.
Oh, wow.
Muppet?
Oh. That's easy, though.
That's easy. That's very easy.
Yeah. What do you,
Summer from Muppet Babies.
who?
Summer from Muppet Babies.
Oh,
The
okay.
penguin, the purple penguin.
A B-side Muppet.
Yeah, Super Beast.
Yeah, I mean, if you did a survey, Miss Piggy's going to win that, right?
And then people love frog
Kermit.
legs.
Yeah, that's second.
Frog legs.
Yeah.
A little Fozzie Bear burger.
Oh, there you go.
This is getting sick.
That is twisted. All right, what do you think about Stephanie here, Denny's? Is she high or not?
I'm leaning towards high just because of that mermaid question.
Okay.
Because it felt like she put a lot of time into that one.
All right,
We
Stephanie.
all did.
Yeah, everybody.
Are we high?
People are definitely thinking I'm high.
Are you high, Stephanie?
I am.
Oh,
Look at that.
Yes, I am.
You were fun to chat with.
that was. I like when people humor my questions.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
I noticed it's the ones that are stoned.
Yeah. The other people are like, what are you talking about?
All right, thank you, Stephanie. Enjoy your weekend.
Thank you. You as well. Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Aw,
That
I
was
like her.
fun.
That was
She's a
fun.
sweetie.
Let's try Emily from Pompano here. Producer Denny's knows when you're high. Let's see if he can tell if Emily is or not. Hello, Emily.
Hey, good morning, guys.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. Okay. Denny's going to fire a couple questions at you here and try to determine if he thinks you're high or not.
All right, Emily.
Okay.
How many ostriches do you think you would have to own to impress all your neighbors?
How many dabs after that question?
All of these are a lot.
Was that the last question you came up with?
It was in the last round of questions.
I live in a small apartment, so I would say not many.
Well, it's about
I'd say maybe a
impressing.
couple.
I think he'd probably piss people off more than impress them, Denny's.
You think so?
If my neighbors had 7 ostrich, I'd be so mad.
I'd be like, wow, look at that guy.
But I got bit by an ostrich, so I'm an ostrich victim.
It's a large bird. I would think even one could be impressive.
They're so mean. They
Yeah.
mean.
Well, they're mean to you because you fed it a stick.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
So you're always on the ostrich side.
There she is. Okay.
Let's see here. Second question. How many dogs do you think you've pet in your lifetime?
Oh.
Have I pet already?
Yeah, up until now. How many dogs do you think you've laid your hands on?
Oh, boy. I couldn't even count. I love dogs. I'll go up to a random dog and just start petting them without asking.
Okay.
Over 100.
All right.
Wow. Okay.
Interesting question, man.
Yeah.
That is.
Let's see. Final question for you. If you were conjoined to 2 fictional characters, who would they be?
I love Sam and Dean Winchester from Supernatural. Would love to be attached to them all the time.
Okay, she
Very
knew.
specific.
Yes.
Again, thank you
They're
for playing
hot,
this
too. They're
game.
really hot, so I'd love to be attached to 2 hot people.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Virginia picking up on a vibe here.
Yeah, I hear that.
Sexy.
Okay, Denny's, what do you think about Emily? Is she high or not?
It's tricky. At first, I did not think she was high, but as the round went on, it kind of started feeling like it.
Okay.
Oh, gosh. She's a tricky one.
Is she high or does she have morning voice?
Is she high or is she horny?
Whoa.
All of the above.
Whoa, where is this coming from?
She wants to be attached to hot people.
I'm liking it where it's coming from.
I'm going to lean high. At first, I wasn't thinking it, but I'm going to go high with her.
You can see the pain in his face. He doesn't want to
He
miss
doesn't want to
this.
miss
Yeah.
it.
Some people are hard, man.
Yeah, he's battling through this one. Okay, he has not missed in a very, very long time. Emily, are you high?
I wish I was, but I am not high.
Oh, Big D! What happened to Big D?
Oh.
Big D, she got
me.
you.
How about that?
She was
huh?
good.
She was.
She was
great.
Supernatural threw me off.
Yeah. All right.
She's like, I wish I was high.
Not many do, but you did, Emily. You
Ugh.
tricked Denny's. Congratulations.
It's kind of like when people eat that big burger, that big steak at a restaurant. They get their name on a plaque. If
Yeah.
they stump Denny's, they should get, I don't know, like a free weed. Can't
A
probably
bong
do that.
as
Yeah.
a trophy.
I think it's illegal, but yeah, you know what I'm laying down.
Oh, you think RMF would mind if we gave out drug paraphernalia? Let's call Randy, our boss, and ask.
Just label it as something else.
That sounds great, Denny's.
Yeah.
Thicken the lie.
It's a planter.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Got a lot of techie stuff going on here in your Whacked Out News today. You know, there's a high-rise they're putting up in downtown Miami that is going to have one of those helipads on it where you can not only just, I guess, park a helicopter, but I guess it's also going to be for flying cars, and you'll be able to park them there. They're planning ahead. And now they say Orlando is going to be the first flying car hub in the U.S. by the year 2025.
Wow.
Seems a little soon, doesn't it?
That's pretty awesome, though. I mean, if that's real,
Yeah.
changes everything.
The U.S. Air Force say that they are looking to put lasers on their fighter jets to start shooting missiles out of the sky, and they could be ready to do that by 2025 as well. So if that all times out, they could shoot not only missiles out of the sky, but also flying
Your
cars
flying
in Orlando.
car.
So that's kind of good timing, I guess.
I mean, it is Galaga come to life.
It is. All the things that we thought were not possible, it's happening.
What's
dog.
happening with 2025? It's a big year. This is a kind of a crazy, interesting tech thing, too. There's a company in Israel that's got a new gadget called Sound Beamer. that will track your ears and create a personal bubble of sound that only you can hear. It's headphones without headphones or sticking anything in your ear.
Huh. It's blowing my mind, man.
That's a little crazy, and they're hoping to start selling them by next year. Sound Beamer. Can you imagine that?
That's crazy.
Headphones without headphones.
I kind of don't even understand it.
I know.
I don't either, but I'm pretending like I do.
Just move along, Virginia.
Crazy. And note on space here, don't know if you saw that NASA said that there could be 300 million planets capable of sustaining life, and that's just in our own Milky Way galaxy.
NASA, wake me up when you have something. We know this. We get it. There's other life out there. Mm-hmm. Quit teasing us with the same story you've been doing for 10 years. Not you, Kevin.
Okay.
I'm yelling at NASA.
Okay.
Stop yelling at Kevin.
I'm not yelling at Kevin.
Kevin's trying to set a Friday vibe.
I know, huh? Yeah, he's very aggressive there. Talking about that, there's a turkey that apparently knows what's coming up and is ready to fight back and plans on taking a couple humans out with it. This happened is this woman was traveling to Dunkin' just to get her daily dose of coffee and a donut when a turkey attacked her in New England last Sunday.
Dang. Oh, a New England turkey?
An attacked turkey, yes. Apparently the thing came after her and wound up bruising her and scratching her a good bit, but then she took her purse and fought back.
This reminds me of the New England Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It never was.
Pies galore.
Pies galore.
Yeah, she said that she hopes that the city's animal control can just relocate the offending turkey. I'm sure they're going to be relocating it to somebody's dinner table.
I'll relocate it. Right in my belly.
Right. Oh, don't worry. We'll take care of it.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll have someone who will take you up on removing it.
Mm-hmm. Now, this is kind of crazy. A fisherman in Egypt's recovering after doctors surgically removed a live fish from his throat.
What?
Now, what he was doing was he was trying to catch another fish, but he had this fish he'd already caught, so he put it like in his mouth to hold it while he tried to catch another fish, and that's when the fish is like, hey, let's see what's down here. Went down his throat and got lodged.
My gosh.
And the fish is still alive in his throat.
Still, yeah, flopping around.
How did he not suffocate?
I have no idea. That's crazy. And how it didn't go all the way down, I guess it was just stuck. That's insane, isn't it?
Because the fish was alive, was breathing air back into him. Kind of like a push and pull kind of a thing.
Fish CPR?
The fish gave him CPR.
Kevin, did the fish give him CPR?
Not that I know of, Virginia. Not that I know of. Well, it's just some odd luck. There was a woman in England that was the victim of a hit and run. And they took her to the hospital and were trying to see what was wrong with her body. You get hit by a car, you imagine some things might be dislodged or broken.
Yeah.
And as they looked at the x-ray, they're like, okay, all right, we got some damage here. We got some problems there. We got a cell phone right there in the behind. We got, wait, hold on. What is that?
She had a phone in her rectum?
She had a phone in her rectum. And they're like, what's going on? It turns out when they started doing a background check, they found out she was a career criminal. And the phone was probably stolen. And she'd shoved it in her tuchus.
Oh, a tuchus like that, it's very seasoned. She could put a couch up there, probably.
You think so,
I mean, how big is your bung?
If that's your thing and you're used to doing that and you're constantly doing that, you're a pro at that point.
Wow.
How about that?
I am speechless.
Pretty crazy.
It's whacked out news, man.
But how tough is that when you get hit by a car and you need to call 911, but the phone you stole is in your butt? That's got to be, I can't get...
That's karma. If you're running from the Metro PCS store and you get hit by a car.
Yeah.
She's so good, she could probably still dial 911.
You think so?
Yeah.
Her sphincter's so trained.
It's going to be on the dispatcher.
It's a little muffled. I can't. It's calls very muffled.
Ma'am, where are you?
Hello, I'm talking to you with a phone in my butt.
That is a fascinating story.
I would put that's a 2020 Hall of Fame story.
Okay, it's interesting. Some crazy stuff going on here as well. A little road rage incident that happened. In fact, apparently this was a target. There was a guy that got shot and wounded by his girlfriend's ex during a wild car chase yesterday morning on the expressway in Queens. Dang, can you imagine that? One guy was driving along and the ex-boyfriend started pursuing him.
Uh-oh.
And then he pulled out a pistola and fired a shot, hit the guy in the right arm and the shoulder.
Oh, my gosh.
The victim then veered off the road and crashed.
Oh, my gosh.
He's expected to recover, and the ex-boyfriend sped off, and they're still looking for him.
Oh, they'll find him.
Horrifying, some of these exes, Virginia.
Wow, and I mean, that's a pretty busy road there.
Yeah.
You never know if you're dating somebody that if their ex was a just major psycho.
You never know.
You don't know.
Yeah.
You don't want to experience it.
Have you been through it a lot?
Not a lot, no.
Well, tell us about the
No,
time.
no, come on, let's stay on topic.
Interesting challenge here for a police officer that had to go undercover in the UK. Apparently, he had to spend 5 years trying to infiltrate a clown army of activists. So his undercover included a wig and a fake nose and white face paint.
Huh.
Yeah. He was an undercover clown. And apparently there's a clown army. Would that be funny or horrifying?
That's horrifying
Yeah.
and dumb.
It depends what the clown army has on their agenda.
Yeah, what
I mean, if they're just like all about making birthdays better, I'm all for it. But if they actually want to like kill you or something, that's bad, right?
Even if they want to make birthdays better, that's a lot of clowns in one setting. It's horrifying.
You're right. Whatever they're fighting for, it's going to be weird.
You could argue sometimes when clowns are happy, they're even creepier when they're happy.
You want actually the sad clown.
Yeah, the sad clown's the least
It's
offensive.
the least menacing.
Yes.
You're right. Sad clown is the least menacing.
I would love to throw you a party and have like 50 happy clowns.
I know you would because you're evil. Of course you would. It's very on brand for you.
It sounds like an expensive joke, though.
It is.
Yeah, that would be. All right, coming up here in just a couple of minutes, we were talking a little bit about it yesterday, and somebody sent us an email having a little problem with their Thanksgiving guest list. If you are struggling with that as well, trying to be COVID compliant, and maybe this will help you out coming up in just a few. And if you are looking for a great Thanksgiving dinner coming up, we got a winter turkey dinner going to be coming up as well from Joseph's Classic Market. We'll give you the hookup on that in just about 20 minutes. But right now, you can pick up $100 and get qualified for $5K on the 5K workday payday.
The 97.9 WRMF $5,000 workday payday. Be caller 9 right now at 877-979-WRMF to win $100 and get qualified for $5,000. Good luck from 97.9 WRMF. 97.9 WRMF and the $5,000 workday payday.
What a great way to start off the weekend here, Kara. She's on from North Palm, and you got $100, and by this afternoon, you could be $5,000 richer.
So exciting.
Yeah.
Definitely a good way to start the day.
Yeah, it's not bad. $5,000, if you had it in your pocket right now, what are you going to do with it?
Ooh, I'm not sure, but probably go shopping.
Okay, that sounds like a lot of fun. You got to have a little bit of fun with that.
Oh my gosh, somebody cute outfits.
Yeah.
Ah.
Leggings, girl.
All right, we're going to hand you off 100 and listen up. Hopefully you get the hookup with that 5K. Okay, Kara?
All right, great. Thank you so much.
Okay, got a lot more hookups on the way, too. Top of every hour until 5 p.m. today. Just keep listening for your Q2 call to win. One thing to throw in is we were talking about all the big advancements. NASA is telling us all about how we've got all these habitable planets right here in our own galaxy. Crazy. Sounds like we got endless amounts to choose from, so I guess it's a good thing that they're setting up another SpaceX crew this weekend from the NASA space station there. I guess you'll be able to see it. I don't know if anybody's going to Kennedy Space Center this weekend, but if you're trying to time it out, about 7:49 p.m. is the launch time on Saturday.
Virginia, wake up. Wake up, Virginia.
You had me at lunchtime.
Not lunchtime.
You got me on both of them, launch and lunch. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, a picnic at the launch?
That would be nice.
Bird would love it.
It is 4 astronauts going into space, and they say it's going to be the longest duration human spaceflight mission ever launched from U.S. soil.
Okay.
So it's a big one. And it's the first full-length mission that NASA has contracted from that Elon Musk, his SpaceX company.
I don't know if you guys have seen the footage when Musk released some of his space pods out into the sky. It looked like an alien attack. If you see the footage,
I wonder why.
and if you had no idea what was going on, you would think we were under attack from people from Mars.
Musk and Grimes are 2 aliens, and they just had an alien baby.
She's not lying. I do believe Musk and
You might
Grimes.
be right.
They're colonizing.
They
You might be right.
totally colonizing.
Well, I know with the holidays coming up, people are keeping an eye on what is happening with the COVID numbers. They say that Florida is now going through our third wave, yippee-yay. So the numbers are going up a little bit, and some hospitalizations and the such. And so people are taking that into account when it comes into what their plans are going to be for Thanksgiving, which is not too far away. There's going to be about 50 million Americans traveling for Thanksgiving, they project.
On the road, or is that included with the flights as well?
Yeah, about 11% of people are going to fly. The rest are going to be driving. More people are going to be driving this year. 40% of Americans say that they're going to be going to an event that's going to have at least 10 people.
At least.
At least. And, I guess it depends upon what city, because I've seen, is it in California? I know that in Chicago, the mayor there has put on some new restrictions. And in fact, they're saying that they don't advise anybody to gather with anyone outside of their household, including for Thanksgiving. And they want you just to stay home and avoid all non-essential travel.
New York says you can't have a gathering of more than 10.
Wow.
Like they said it.
But hasn't that always been the thing, or no? I've totally stopped watching the news.
I think they got more loose, and now they're saying it again.
Yeah.
New York has kind of had to shift.
Does Positive K foresee any kind of shutdown in Florida?
I don't see it in Florida. I don't see a shutdown really anywhere. And definitely not in our state. I think it would be a fight, and I hopefully the numbers don't get there. And they're saying right now, if we just be a little bit more cautious, hopefully we can taper this curve a little bit that is going up.
My friend just moved back to South Beach. Mm-hmm. He's been away for a year.
Yeah.
He was up in Pennsylvania, now is back in South Beach, and he said he can't believe what a ghost of a town it is. Mm-hmm. Restaurants, shops, everything is shut down. And he says people are wearing masks everywhere, even on the beach.
Sobeys shut down?
Yeah.
No.
It's like a whole different vibe down there.
Where am I going to buy a $75 drink?
I think there's still a few restaurants open, and those that are open are flourishing. Mm-hmm. But he said it's like a weird vibe down there.
Yeah, even though a lot of places can be open, that's the problem is, some places are not getting the kind of business that they did. And that's been tough for Florida business. So, we'll see what's going on and coming up here with Thanksgiving. Is that going to affect anybody's plans? Doesn't sound like, right now, looking at those numbers, like they really care what they're saying. 40% of Americans say they're going to a Thanksgiving event with at least 10 people. So a lot of people just don't care. Here's somebody that actually does. They heard us talking yesterday and sent an email, and they said, is anyone else having a hard time figuring out what to do for Thanksgiving with their family to be as COVID compliant as possible? I say the drama's already begun for me. I have parents in their mid-70s and an aunt who is in her early 80s with pre-existing conditions. Now, she says that she's not missing Thanksgiving. So now I'm feeling like I have to be sensitive about my guest list just for her sake. Well, I've got 3 kids and 2 siblings. My older sister has a husband and 2 kids. My younger brother has a girlfriend with a kid. And we also have an elderly neighbor who is a widow that spends every holiday with us, and he has no other family. So the guest list right now, to do the math for you, is 16, and I'm hearing you shouldn't have any more than really 10 people unless you can be outdoors and properly social distance, which we really don't have that option.
Especially elderly.
Mm-hmm.
You got too many elderly on your list.
Yeah. She says, I lightly tossed out to my brother that he not bring his girlfriend and her kid, and that wasn't very well received. So, do I cut people from the guest list or just allow 4 people to risk their lives to eat some turkey?
Man, that's heavy.
They know the risks, and they seem to be cool with it. But imagine if one of them snagged some COVID and had some health problems because of it, you would probably feel a little guilty. But I guess, hey, they're adults, right?
Yeah, and I went through this, when we went up to Kentucky to go see my 97-year-old grandma. I thought that she had been following all the rules, but old girl got sick of the rules, and she's been sneaking out, going to Outback Steakhouse. So I think old people have their breaking point too.
Yeah.
And, we as the younger people, we want to protect them, of course, and tell them what to do, but we can't tell them what to do. They are grown-ass adults that can make their own choices, and you have to make sure they understand the risks before they show up. Like, you got to go down the guest list with all these people and tell them, okay, here's who's coming, just so you know, and they're snotty, germy kids.
Yeah.
Here's who's going to be there, just so you know. If you don't feel comfortable, we'll bring Thanksgiving to you in a box. You will not go without turkey.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if the old people want to take the risk, you got to let them do what they want.
Uncle Corona and Aunt COVID's coming.
It
Plan on
sucks,
it.
but I went through this with my grandma because I didn't even want to really be close to her. And everybody in my family told me I was overreacting. And I didn't even want to go around her.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to stay 10 feet away and be in the yard and all that. And they're like, you're being a little ridiculous. And grandma told me I was being ridiculous. So what the hell am I supposed to do?
You don't sound like you're overreacting. What am I supposed to do, Kevin?
At the end of the day, you have to let these old people make their own choices.
Yeah.
You can't tell them what to do.
About anything. You can't tell old people anything. They're not going to listen to you.
You throw the risks out there. You tell about every snot-nosed kid that's going to be there.
Yeah.
You let them live their life and make their own call.
Okay. Well, anybody got a solution to this? How are you handling it? You can sound off 877-979-WRMF. And cool little thing on how you can see the coronavirus risk, where it stands in the U.S. in real time anywhere. I'll tell you how to do that next. Seems like a lot of people are struggling with their plans for what they're going to do for Thanksgiving. Got an email from somebody who's got 16 people could be invited. 4 of them are in that age of concern for coronavirus, and they're like, we want to be there. I think it's probably family, and some of them at that age, you're like, hey, I don't know how many of these I got left. So if it's my time, it's my time. And I guess if they make that choice, then that's their choice to make, right?
If it is their last Thanksgiving, make sure you've got delicious sides, please. Don't let them go out like that.
You got to trick it out.
Extra pressure.
Yeah.
Don't blow it.
The best of the best for mac and cheese.
And you can have Thanksgiving outside. You know, it sounds like the weather might be cooling off a little. Maybe you put like 5 or 6 tables outside in the yard and do it that way. You can feel a little better.
Until one of the older people start drinking. Like, you don't tell me where to sit. I've earned my right.
Well, that's what one person's saying is that they're going to be putting the elderly people at the same end of the table, kids at the opposite end. I'm doing my best with what I can to try to keep everybody separated. But at least while we're eating in more in confined spaces, then that is their thought. Somebody else is saying they're going to have 2 separate Thanksgiving dinners.
Oh, pies galore.
Oh, I love it.
One for the older crew and a second one for the younger.
Look, get creative. You could totally pull that off.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Somebody said my family's going to have about 12 for Thanksgiving, but 4 days before the meal, we're all going to get tested.
That's smart, too.
Okay. Yeah, that's the tough part. And I know with traveling, I've heard a lot about people. You know, we got a lot of people here from New York, and Neil's on here from Hollywood. He lives in South Florida, and you're going to be going up to Jersey for Thanksgiving, Neil?
Yeah, I'll be driving up there. First time, long time, guys. Glad to get through.
Oh,
nice.
Good talking to you. So what is it like if you are going to be heading up to tri-state area for Thanksgiving? What do you got to do?
So I have a couple young nieces, one that was born last year and one that was born during COVID. So my brother and his sister-in-law have some very strict rules. So I'm driving up there. I'm not allowed to stay at a hotel overnight. It's going to be approximately 18 to 20-hour drive.
To New Jersey?
Oh, geez, yeah.
Forget about it.
Why are you going to Jersey?
I'll be sleeping in my car.
Wow,
I'll be
okay.
sleeping in my car overnight. I'm not allowed to obviously go to any social events, so I have to stop seeing my girlfriend for 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
and
tough.
I've got to get tested twice before going because some tests might be false negatives.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Wow.
Yeah, and I have a roommate, so my brother has asked me to wear a mask inside my own apartment while I'm in any common areas.
Okay.
Okay, that Virginia law is back in Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's strong.
So under those conditions, I'm allowed to stay in their house. Otherwise, I can stay at my sister's house and see my niece from a distance outside.
Wow. Okay. Well, it sounds like you got it figured out, but it's not easy.
Yeah, I mean, you got a new mom, too. She's protecting her baby. She's being a mama bear. One that was just born, and then a 1-year-old, not even 1 year. I mean, that's like, she's being a mama bear. She's a new mom.
Yeah, get it. Okay, well.
Yeah, it's a lot to go through, but I've got to respect their wishes.
Amen.
Yeah. All right, well, safe travels, Neil.
Thank you.
Yeah, be careful sleeping in your car.
I know it's going to be hard, but try to have fun in Jersey.
I don't know if any turkey's worth all that.
I'm with you.
I'll sit at home and eat a TV dinner and be much happier.
They say now COVID honesty is one of those terms that they're relying on a lot of people for. That is when you actually tell the truth about possibly being exposed, and they're worried about COVID dishonesty, where people are not going to tell the truth about what they're doing for their holiday plans so they don't have to quarantine.
You mean people lie?
Yeah, people are going to lie.
Well, I can also see people lying. Oh, I got COVID. I can't make it. And then just go out to the bars and try to hook up.
Yeah. That's why I thought this was kind of interesting. A team of researchers at Georgia Tech have created a COVID-19 risk assessment planning tool. It is something you can download, and you can see the risk of coronavirus anywhere in the U.S. in real time. So you can decide, okay, do I really want to go there? Like if you say, hey, let's go hang out at a bar in Denver, you can see that right now you have a 78% chance of encountering somebody with active coronavirus.
Huh.
If you go to a wedding in Baltimore, 68% chance you got somebody you're going to run into with coronavirus.
Damn.
And if you go to a Thanksgiving meal in Los Angeles, about a 25% chance you're going to run into somebody with coronavirus.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and isn't that cool, though? They've done it for every city, and it's all in real time. So at that moment, you can be like, okay, as the odds and numbers are shifting and changing.
Huh, that's stressful, man.
Well, to me, it's stressful, but I think to me the knowledge is what's important. It helps you make good decisions. So if I could know that, I'd be like, I don't know, we got a 78% chance of running into COVID here, and maybe I'll stay away. So, well, here's a way to make your Thanksgiving dinner easier. Let Joseph's take care of it. Joseph's Classic Market. We got a hookup for you right now, 10 to 12 for your Thanksgiving meal. No problem for Joseph's. If you'd like to be our winner turkey dinner winner, you can call right now. Not easy to say. 877-979-WRMF.
Look at you listening to the KVJ show on 97.9 WRMF. Lucky.
How nice would it be to have somebody take care of all your Thanksgiving meal worries for you? That's exactly what is going on right now from Lori in Boynton Beach. Hello, Lori.
Hi, Kevin. How are you?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good. Well, you are our winner turkey dinner. We're going to be hooking you up with your Thanksgiving dinner from Joseph's Classic Market.
That's great.
Yeah, it's a nice little setup.
Oh.
How many people do you have on your guest list this year, Lori?
10.
Okay.
Oh, perfect. This meal feeds 10 to 12.
Bam.
So even if you have a fat uncle that eats a little bit more, you're covered.
Yeah.
We have to stop fat shaming uncles.
That's awesome. Well, you enjoy that, Lori, and have a great Thanksgiving, okay?
Thank you. You too.
Okay. Quick little food note. I don't know if you ever watched Dinners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. It's on the Food Network.
Yeah.
Diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
Yes.
Sorry, yes.
That's with your boy, Guy Fiero. Or whatever.
Close. Both of you are pretty close.
Guy.
It's Guy Fieri.
Okay, whatever.
Tonight, if you watch the Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives on Food Network, they're going to be featuring a place in Parkland. Los Bocados is going to be on there. And then next Friday, they're going to have J28 Sandwich Bar in Hollywood. So they love South Florida.
I like that.
I don't want to brag, but I went to a restaurant in Oregon that was featured on that show. No big deal.
You're
It was actually a vegan restaurant. It was a vegan diner, and it was amazing. I couldn't believe how good it was.
Oh, how Portland of you.
It was very Oregon.
I know, right?
You're right. That's annoying.
I eat cooler than you. I am cooler than you.
Mm-hmm. We're talking about how many people are going to be traveling for Thanksgiving. I know, Virginia, you actually have a trip planned for the Keys that is going to be coming up.
Yes, right before Thanksgiving, I'm going down there to the Keys for a couple days. Mag's got straight A's.
Yeah.
And I told her if she got straight A's, I would take her and a few friends to the Keys.
Just don't go down there and get straight C's, COVID.
Oh,
Yeah, should I make these kids all give me a negative test before we go down there, just so I'm not a super spreader event? I know I have the antibodies. I can't get it, but
I don't know. I mean, I think they got to know. Somebody did send in that they had on the news the other day that apparently it's really hot in the Keys right now with COVID.
really,
It's trendy.
Yeah, I might want to check that number because they texted something. I don't want to repeat what they had in the text in case it's completely wrong, but it was crazy high what they put in the text message. Just maybe see what Monroe County is.
Good timing.
Yeah.
I mean, all I'm going to do is be in the hotel room and be on the beach and be snorkeling. I'm not going to go in any places.
Part of the story was Key West has Corona fish, so look out.
They'd love to breathe in your face.
I'm good. I got the antibodies.
Yeah.
But
Will you stop with the bragging of the antibodies?
I can't help it. I'm just better than you.
You don't even know if they work. You don't even know.
I don't, but it's fun to say because you're jealous.
I'm not. Corona didn't get me yet. Knock on wood. Oh, boy.
Yeah, I love a good little road trip. Talking about some people are going to be getting in their cars. More people are going to be doing road trips for Thanksgiving, whether you're road tripping to the Keys. I love road trips. Try to do it as much as I possibly can. And I remember back to a movie when I was a kid, and it was the Lampoon's Vacation. And it was all about a family taking a road trip. And I remember in their nice cross-country journey that they took, what they had, wasn't it a relative and a pet that passed away?
Yes.
Dinky, because he put Dinky on the
bumper.
car. Yeah, and then it was Aunt Edna.
And they kept soldiering on.
They were not going to let death stop them.
You can't stop Sparky.
No, you can't. So I'm just kind of curious if anybody else has ever soldiered through something terrible on their vacation. It happens, you're like going, all right, what are we going to do?
Grandma died, but we really want to go to Disney World.
Yeah, but we got speed passes. You ever gone on a vacation and something bad happened and you're like, okay, do we keep at this thing or do we just pack it in and go home before anything worse can happen?
I mean, if I had Aunt Edna croak on me, I would have to end it.
You're okay.
No, we keep soldiering on.
Keep soldiering on.
Sparky couldn't stand. No one liked Aunt Edna. They were so annoyed that she was there.
That's a reason to celebrate, actually. Yeah. I think there's a lot of factors that go into it. I mean, especially if you paid money that you can't get back, and that's on the other side of what's happened. And how bad was it that, whatever happened?
Exactly. It's case by case.
Yeah. There's a lot of different stuff that happens. Been chronicled in a lot of movies. National Lampoon's Vacation, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, kind of the same thing. You go on the road trip and bad things keep happening.
Hangover. I mean, a lot of bad things happen on that.
Yeah, you just soldier on.
Dave, the Tommy Boy. They go on a road trip and it doesn't go great.
No, it's a great vehicle for that. And then there's the real life stuff happening too. Did you see about this Sea Dream 1 in the Caribbean? It's a boat, and they're like, let's go ahead and let's give it a shot here. So they packed 53 passengers and 66 crew members on this ship, and now they got a COVID outbreak.
And guess where it's docking? Key West. No, I'm just kidding.
They're going to sail by and breathe.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Wasn't there like a sailing restriction? What happened with this? Suits?
It's not an American cruise ship, but... Honestly, I don't understand what they were doing because I was reading the story to Denny's literally like 5 minutes ago. These are pictures from on board. They're not wearing any masks. The crew isn't masked. The passengers aren't masks. So what did you think was going to happen?
Yeah, and I hear now they've got to stay in their cabins because they got 5 people with coronavirus now.
I think it's 6 as of this morning. They had another positive earlier today that was announced.
6 now. It'll be 20 by the weekend.
Wow. Well, you got a small ship as it is with just like 50-something people on board, so it's not a ton of space, and then you're not wearing masks.
Is this one of those luxury boutique cruise liners?
Yes. It is. I mean, even at full capacity, it's like 100 and something passengers. It's like 1-to-1 crew ratio, very expensive.
That's my kind of cruise right there. Before COVID, that's totally the kind of cruise.
Oh, it's great without COVID.
Right.
Buffet on that thing?
No, I mean, they will serve anything you could imagine right to you.
You customize whatever you want. You have one-to-one service.
Oh, my gosh.
You have a butler.
So if I want fried peanut butter and jelly, I get fried peanut butter jelly.
Snap your little grubby hamburger hands and you'll get it.
Very
Big
expensive.
on there with the COVID. Sign me up. He'd stay in his cabin. He'll be happy.
It sounds, even with COVID, it sounds awesome.
Going, stay in your cabin. You're going, yes.
He'll take the COVID.
Great. Yeah, they're heading back to Barbados now, apparently. So,
wow.
Yeah, that's something.
I'm sure Barbados is happy.
Oh,
yeah,
they're thrilled.
Thanks. Bring the COVID on. A couple of people text in, what bad thing happened on vacation, but you continue the vacation anyway. Somebody said, I saw the Space Shuttle Challenger explode. I ran into our RV with my hands over my head. I was terrified that pieces would land on us. And then we went to Disney the next day.
Oh, my.
That's crazy.
I wonder if they realized they saw the Challenger explode at the time, or were they confused? Did they know that was the Challenger?
Probably took them a second.
Yeah, they were there watching it.
Yeah.
How scary would that be? You're there to watch the launch and you watch it blow up.
But do you know that it blew up though?
I think you do.
Really?
Everybody else in the crowd's like, "Oh, expletives!"
Yeah, I think
they're all cursing.
I've seen video, and I think the reaction from the ground. I've seen that footage before, and the crowd pretty quickly starts like gasping and screaming and that kind of stuff. So it was pretty apparent. Somebody said at the beach, my dad, sister, and brother all got carried away by the current, and the lifeguards had to rescue them. It was the scariest 30 minutes of our lives, but then we stayed and finished the rest of the vacation. All right. And somebody else said, my son dropped his phone after we stopped to get something out of the trunk. We didn't realize until later, but we kept driving vacation and found it on the way back home, and it's still working for 4 days.
No way.
That's amazing.
You are lucky.
That is kind of cool. So there you go. Any other stories to get to us? 877-979-WRMF. If you haven't lost your phone. Coming up in just a few, too. We're going to set you off right for your weekend. Jaybird's got his thought for the day on deck.
Your decision-making skills are on point. You're listening to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Looks like we're going to have some great weather here for your Friday to kick off the weekend. Really low rain chances, and the temperatures are starting to look nicer, too. Only getting to 83 for a high. Rest of the weekend not looking too bad. Got about a 50% chance of rain tomorrow and 40 on Sunday. And got some football action going on this weekend. The Canes and the Owls, lucky they got their games off. 25% of all college football games have been canceled because of coronavirus this weekend.
Wow.
So it's been rampant in a lot of places. But the Canes will be at Virginia Tech playing tomorrow at noon. And the Shula Bowl is Saturday night. That's FAU versus FIU. Florida Atlantic versus Florida International. That's going to be in Miami at FIU at 7 p.m. And then the Dolphins play the Chargers with two rookie QBs. Tua is going at it against Justin Herbert for the Chargers.
You know what that means? Bad news for the Chargers.
Yeah. Game time on that is 4:25.
I didn't realize you were such a Finns fan.
Oh, I love the Finns. Come on. It's looking like the days of Marino right now, Virginia.
You are going to start seeing Finns fans coming out of the woodwork who haven't been vocal for 20 years.
They'll actually come out of the ocean if they're Finns fans.
Yeah, they should. But we'll see. So I'm sure they're going to start getting loud on that.
That's good, though. It's nice to have something
it is.
to be excited about. I know Finns fans, they've been through it. I like to see them happy.
They don't take the heartache well, though. They got to win. They got to continue to win.
Yeah.
It can't be a heartbreaking loss. They don't take it well, man.
They are playing well. They look good. It looks like there's been a fundamental foundational change with the Miami Dolphins.
Okay.
It really does. They have a different attitude, a different style. They look like they're onto something. So I think a lot of people like me are getting very positive. So if they don't, then we'll be absolutely destroyed and crushed.
Do we follow these winning ways and bring back the Kevin Sports Show? Your report on it?
No, I'm good.
Do we create a whole show around this false hope?
No.
For the inevitable heartbreak?
It's a show of me crying. All right, some positive stuff for Friday. Somebody's going to win $5,000 today. That's kind of cool. The 5K Workday Payday is going to be coming up, and you'll get qualified with $100 here in just a matter of moments. Before we get to the After the Show podcast on Facebook and YouTube, Jaybird, would you wrap us up here with your thought for the day?
Any fool can know. The point is to understand. Oh, Bird, well done.
Is that part of the quote? Bird, well done.
That's the Friday quote you give us?
Any fool can know. You think you know, but you don't understand. Exhibit A, Your Honor.
Oh, okay.
Exhibit A.
You proved your point with that.
Boom.
Bam. Okay.
This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.